Good morning, guys. And today our topic is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. So, Kirchhoff's voltage law states that uh, any potential drop in your total loop, okay, or maze. So, if we go for the summation of all voltage drop, then it will be zero. Means, theoretically, it is said that summation of all voltage in a maze is zero. Summation of all voltage in a maze is zero. So if we explain this, then what happens? In a maze or in a loop, all voltage drop and sum of voltage source is equal to zero. So first we go for the statement, then we can explain it. Okay. The algebraic sum, this is the statement, means whatever statements is given. Okay. It is not an explanation. The algebraic sum of voltage or voltage drop or potential drop may drop in any closed closed path of network that is theory traversed in a real direction is zero. This is the statement. Okay. So if we go for explanation, then we can say in a circuit or in a loop where in a loop we are traversing in single direction, in one direction, not we have to go for repeatedly forward and backward direction, only one direction. Then the potential drop, summation of the potential drop and the sum of voltage source is equal to zero. But actually all are voltage. Look, in a voltage source, say this is a voltage source, that is also means the voltage. In a potential drop, here we are going to the potential drop, say this is Vs and V0. So here it is the potential drop is Vs minus V0. This is also volt. So this all potential drop and voltage, all voltages in a circuit where we are traversing in a single direction, that is zero. Okay. Now we go for explanation in with example. Guys, just remember this theorem, because throughout the network theory you have to apply KVL, KCL, mesh analysis, loop analysis. By using this you have to solve all this problem. And why we are going to uh, uh, pay attention to this circuit theory, because if you go for any competitive exam, mainly for GATE or any PSU exam, then you have to follow this circuit theory, because lots of means at least 30 to 40% questions are asked from this circuit theory. And there they will not ask you very knowledgeable thing. They will ask basic things which you have studied in your diploma or your BTech level. So that's why we are going to so many time spend so many times for the circuit theory, signal system, etc. So we can say that algebraic sum of all branch algebraic sum of all branch voltages around any closed path in a circuit is always zero at all instant of time. Sorry, this is all time. Now look, this is very important statement. We have to examine this network, then we can understand. Say this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Okay, and this is point A, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D, point E, this is point F, and this is plus minus, that is Vs, source voltage. Okay, so this is A, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is F, this is F. So this is R1, R2, R3. So if we start traversing from in this direction, say in this direction, okay, in a single direction, look this statements. We can say that the algebraic sum of all branch, which one are branch? Look, A and B is a branch, because within A and B there is a resistance R1, but B and C, this is not a branch, this is a branch. Okay, in the definition of branch, I told you that if any electrical network, if there is between 2 points, if there is a any components, it may be resistance, it may be capacitance, it may be inductance, any resistance, any capacitance, any inductance, means any components are exist, then it is called a branch. But you can say this is B and C, this is not a branch, this is not branch, because within B and C there is no electrical components is there. So for the respect of electrical circuit theory, network theory, this is not a branch, this is the equipotential point. Okay, just for your convenience, we have to distinguish. This is not branch. This is not a branch. Okay, so this is also a branch. So this is a R2. This is a branch. This is a branch. So this one is a branch. This one is also a branch. So here it is told. It is told that at sum of all branch voltage, sum of all branch voltage. Say where this is a voltage source, and this is a closed loop. There must be a current. Say current is I. So it here the potential uh, drop is, look, A and B, there must be a potential drop. That's why current is flowing from A to B. Why? I always give you this example. If there is a two tank is there, if there is a difference of height, then only a water will flow. Otherwise, if it is same, no water or no connection, no water will flow. So that's why A must be potentially high and B must be potentially lower than A to B. That's why current is flowing from A to B and it is traversing through this area. So where it is V1 means some high, and this is V low, some low. So potential drop PD is V high minus V low. This is the potential drop. What is the potential drop? Potential drop equal to IR, because V equal to IR, because R is there and current is flowing. So potential drop V equal to IR. So here is I and R is R1. So that is R1. So here it is told that uh, sum of all branch voltage. So branch voltage. So here branch voltage means branch potential drop. So here is IR1, IR1. Here is IR2. Here is IR3, because this is the potential drop over here. Over here. So all branch voltage around any closed path in a circuit is always zero at all instant of time. And here is the branch, because here is this is also a branch. Here is potential drop is Vs. Look, all this is going to in this direction. So this is Vs equal to 0, because negative to positive it is considered at minus, and here is positive to negative, that is considered as plus. Okay, so here is plus R1 plus R2 plus IR3 minus Vs equal to 0. Or you can say, if it is a source and it is a sink, then source equal to this sink voltage. So IR1, IR2 plus IR3 equal to Vs, because here is the potential, here is the only source is there, and here is the only sink is there. So all sink are summation is equal to all source. So this is the source. So this is the statements of KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. So summation of all voltage in a circuit in a closed loop is always zero, but conditions is there. We are single direction traversing. Okay, and it should be a closed path. So guys, I think you can understand this Kirchhoff's voltage law. Then we will go for another example. Okay. If you have any question, you may ask me. Okay. Now, example is there. Oh, look, here is the circuit. So direction is given over here. Now in this circuit, find the current and the voltage across the 30 ohm resistance. Now find. So 30 ohm resistance is here. So you can find, you have to find the current and voltage, means potential drop over this 30 ohm resistance. So we have to apply the KVL or KVL KCL, whatever may be. But look, this is the circuit. Circuit is quite complicated. It is twisted. So don't scared of this type of circuit, because circuit theory is just like a puzzle. So we have to modify this circuit. Look, how could I modify this? Guys, do it in your own copy, and then you can understand how it is problem it should be solved. Look, this circuit could be modified in this way. Look, this portion is, if you, this portion is fixed, then you have to twist it this portion. Okay. Just keep this portion. Okay, you have to twist it this type of portion. So I am just going to twist it. This plus is became upper side, this minus is became upper side, and this. Okay, so this is 2 ohm, this 2 ohm is coming to here, this 30 ohm is there, this 8 ohm is there, and here is 100 volt. So what will be the direction? If you twisted this portion, if you twisted this portion, then direction of this current will be just change. It will given this side. Okay, in this side it was lower side, and it is going to the upper side. Okay, so here is 100 volt, here is 40 volt. So that's why current must be flow from 100 to 40. That's why this is flowing in this direction. Okay, so to make this flow, you have to make this point and a higher potential. So this is positive, this is negative, this is positive, negative, and this is also positive and negative, and this is also positive and negative, and that's why current is flowing, because positive is this, and that's why it is flowing positive to negative direction, or the higher potential to the lower potential. That's why it is going in this direction. Now we have to solve this. By using the Ohm's law, we determine the voltage across the each resistance. You know the potential drop is I into R, V equal to IR. This is the potential drop over here. So if I is given over here, so this is the 8 ohm. So potential drop means V at the say 8 ohm, V8, that is, sorry, if you mention this 8, then it will be given it. Say this is the R1, this is the R2, and this is the R3. So V at the R1 is I into R1, that is I is given I is given means in the form of uh, alphabetic, and this is 8. So we have to calculate this VR2, that is 30. That is IR2 means I30. V at the 2 ohm resistance means VR3 at this is IR3, that is I into 2. Okay. So this is total voltage drop. As per the summation, we have to go for the KVL law. Total voltage is this is 60 volt, because 60 to 100 to 40, that's why this is 60 volt. 60 volt is the, this we have to sum it, I8 plus I30 plus I2, it is given 40 I. So I is 60 volt by 40. Why this is 60? Because you can see this is 100 volt is there, and here is 40 volt. So potential difference is 60 volt. That's why this is 60 volt. Okay. And so it is I equal to 40 by 60. Sorry, 60 by 40. I is the, because 40 is coming here, so that's why. Because 40 is coming over here, so it should be placed in denominator. So this is 0 0, it is 2 3, it is 2, so it is given 1.5 ampere. So if I get this current is flowing 1.5 ampere, then easily we can find voltage across 30 ohm, that is VR2, or sorry, this is R2, this is R2. VR2 is I into 30. So I is 1.5 ampere into 30, that is 45 volt. So my answer is I current is 1.5 ampere, and voltage potential or the potential drop across the 30 ohm is 45 volt. Okay. Look, this is considered as a minus, this is considered as a plus. Okay, because this is coming plus to minus, and here is minus to plus. So it is minus, it is plus. So if we go for the KVL over here, summation of all voltage plus summation of all potential drop equal to 0. So here we can find it out, that is uh, we are traversing in this way. So I R1 plus I R2 plus I R3, and this is coming, it is coming plus over here, but 100 is coming minus over here. So positive to negative. Positive to negative means this is 40, and here it is traversing here negative to positive. Positive to negative, here it is 100. This is 0, because it is going negative to positive here, or and the 40 ohm 40 volt, that is positive to negative. Okay. So the sign of 40 volt is positive, and sign of 100 volt is the negative. So I going for the blue color. So if we go for this, then IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3 equal to 100 is coming here, and 40 is coming over here. It is 60 volt. So you can see this is application of voltage law. Guys, have you any question? Then
Sir, in the problem, the direction of I will be given, sir.
yes, direction of I is given. Direction of I is given, but anyhow it is not given. Whatever may be, you can get the opposite direction. But after the solving of this problem, you get the negative answer, maybe negative volt, negative current. So then we can understand this is the negative, means it is the wrong direction was assumed. That's why then we have to say the direction will be in this direction. But in this problem, direction was given. As the direction was given, that's why whenever I change this, look, this twist, whenever twisting is there, look, it was a lower side, but after twisting, it became a upper side. Okay, and if there is a no direction, but then what happens? Say I am traversing in this direction, because generally we are taking left hand side as first consideration. That's why I am going for the new one. Then you can understand. Say problem is given, this is the 40 volt, positive negative, this is 30, and this is 2 ohm is also there. There here is positive negative 100. Okay, and there is some 8 ohm is there. So I am taking the direction of in this direction. Okay, but in our problem it was the reverse direction. Look, here is positive, here is negative. Okay, so I am taking in this direction, so it will be sign is the positive to negative. If I traversing in this direction positive to negative, then it is given negative sign. Okay, and if negative to positive potentially higher, then it is considered as the positive. So here it is given positive negative, here the positive negative is there, but here this is also positive negative, here this is also positive negative. So this will be, look, negative to positive, it is traversing negative to positive. Okay, and here positive to negative, negative to positive, here is positive to negative, then I8, I30, and I2I, and this is 40. So what happens? It will just give in the negative answer. But negative direction means negative volt. It will come just like a 45, negative 45, and here is given negative I, means 1 point I. But actually negative I, negative voltage is not exist. So then we have to look, if you solve this, look, this is positive 100. So all 100 equal to 100 minus 440 equal to IR, this coming over here, and plus I30, means this is I8, I30, and I2. So it is coming 60 equal to, it is coming 60. This is positive, this is negative. And this is I40. Sorry, this is negative and this is positive. So what's happened? Minus I. So all minus is coming, means there is a, the direction was wrong. Okay, so you can see this. Many example you can after solving you can get there is a the wrong direction. Negative answer will be coming, but negative means there is a direction was the wrong direction, but calculation is same. Okay, and now we are going for the voltage division rule. Voltage division rules says that if I need to say there is a two branches there, two branch is there. So what will be the current? So this is R1, this is the R2. What will be the voltage? Or this is two branches there. There's R1 and R2. What will be the voltage? Say at that moment, this is the voltage is same, okay, but here is voltage is divided V1 V2. So what happens? So this is VR2 is, look, the same resistance. In current division there is the opposite resistance, but in here you have to put same resistance by R1 plus R2 into source voltage, means total voltage. And this is R1. What will be the R1? Voltage across the R1 is the R1 by R1 plus R2 into voltage source. So this is the voltage division rule. So you have to make it series, otherwise in parallel, so voltage was same, but in a series voltage is divided. So voltage division rule is that uh, same branch resistance will be at the numerator, and the summation of this total resistance means two branch at the denominator and multiplied by total voltage. So this is the voltage division rule. Okay. Guys, have you any question?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. And now I'm going to stop here. Thank you. Have a nice day.